Hi, in this video we're going to look at the attributes of the towers, and I recommend that you've watched Tower Basics and Tower Intermediate. So there are two types of towers, if you like. We have towers and we have mines, and we generally use the term towers for all of them, but we do have mines and we do have towers. What I'm going to do is we're going to look at mines first, and in order to do that I've given myself plenty of minerals at the start of the game. You wouldn't have as many minerals as I have here, and that's for demonstration purposes. So I'm going to press play. I'm going to zoom in slightly, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fully upgrade my space station, which now gives me access to all of these towers and mines. I'm going to drag down a blast mine. Now a blast mine doesn't have a range around it, because the blast mine and the freeze mine are only when you're actually on top of the mine, because that is the nature of a mine. They're not infinite, which means that they won't last forever. What will happen is each of them only have 12 hits, so they'll kill 12 vehicles or damage 12 vehicles, and then they'll be burned out, and we'll see that in a moment. Now mines don't impede the vehicle, which means that they don't actually make the vehicle change its direction, because a vehicle will drive over mines. Unlike a tower, when you place a tower, the vehicle will try to go around the tower. So what I can do here is I can just click on the actual graphic. You'll see now it's burned out, it has no effect on the vehicle, and the only way I can actually repair this now is by clicking on the repair, which now costs me 35 crystal. And when it's burned out, we can't trade it, we can't upgrade it. So I'll just click it once, and that gives us the equivalent of about 4 more hits left. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly upgrade it, and boom, it's upgraded to a smart mine. Smart mines are incredibly powerful, but you only get 1 hit. Let me just press pause. You typically use a smart mine when you get into a desperate situation and you need to give all the vehicles on the board a massive hit. So use sparingly, because they're very expensive. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag down an atom tower, and I'm going to also drag down a freeze mine as well. Whoops, a freeze mine here and here. And freeze mines will slow up the vehicles, but more importantly what they will do is they'll make them a lot more vulnerable. So when you hit while it's in a slowed up state, it will take a lot more damage. So mines are very, very useful, whether it's a smart mine that you upgrade from a blast mine, or a blast mine itself, or a freeze mine. Very useful indeed, and we can use in good situations. For example, the ATV-030, which fights back, the one with the pulse around it, is very vulnerable to freeze mines, which means that when you place a freeze mine down, it goes over a freeze mine, that you're doing a lot more damage to an 030. Another tower to look at is this tower here, which is the arc tower. I've just dragged an arc down, and I can upgrade the arc tower. It's the only tower that will hit an airborne vehicle. Airborne vehicles being aeroplanes, or the ATV-010, which actually tries to kill your crystals and minerals. So they're essential in the game, but defensively they're very weak. If they take a hit, they'll generally die, which means you have to place them in a more strategic position, and you have to look after them. For all of the damage and health or strength of the vehicles, I recommend that you go to the Comets and Craters website. So that's www.cometsandcraters.com, and you actually click on the gameplay screen, and then that will list each of the towers and its strengths and its weaknesses. Finally here, one we haven't looked at is a sonic tower. Sonic towers are very strong offensively, and will kill vehicles. Sorry, it's the end of the game now. So we'll kill the vehicles quite quickly, but once again you have to have space station at status 3, and they're very expensive. So as I say, I recommend you go to the website, you look at the gameplay screen. That's the final video now on towers. So if you've watched all 3 videos, you should have a good knowledge, a good basic knowledge of how towers work, certainly enough to start a game and feel confident on the use of towers.